Hi everyone, hopefully you watched the first video on straight line. This is the second method that's called the production method. So we're going to start here looking at the math, which is the exact same math that we need for the second one. So let's look at it a little bit closer. So this is the same case. We have a tractor trailer or a semi-truck that cost us $125,000. That was the cost, minus the residual value. We talked about that on our straight line method. Equals our depreciation amount of $100,000. So I'm going to write that down here. Last time we divided by 5 years, which was the estimated useful life of the asset. This time we are going to divide it by the estimated miles. In this case, it's miles. In other cases, it might be anything production-wise, meaning the hours ran, things like that. In this case, it's miles. So if you look at the information that I gave you in Canvas, it says that this was expected to run 100,000 miles. So we take the 100,000, which is depreciation amount, divide it by the 100,000 miles, should give you $1 per mile. That's the math that we need. So again, we have to put this in chart form. We have depreciation of 5 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the first one we have is annual depreciation expense, accumulated depreciation, and our carrying value. Same things we had in this first video. We have to do a little bit of work to get this annual depreciation expense though. So I'm going to leave this section a little blank. First thing we're going to do is I gave you a series of numbers. You need those numbers. So I'm going to look down below. Sorry, but that's my cheat sheet. So we're going to plug in all these numbers, and it's easier for me if I just do it as I go along. So the very first year, we ran this truck 24,000 miles. The second year, we ran it 25,000 miles. Third year, 23,000. Fourth year, 18,000. And finally, the last year, we ran it 10,000 miles. You have to multiply this by the per production, which is mile. In this case, it's easy because it's the same number because it's 1. We multiply anything by 1, it's itself. So we know that this is 24,000, 25,000, 23,000. But when this is a different number than 1, it'll be different numbers. So you get the idea. And 10,000. All right. Now we have our annual depreciation expense. Again, I like to skip accumulated depreciation for now. That's my add column. This is my subtract column. Back here to the cost, put that up off, not in our depreciation amount, but up here somewhere, 125. So now we simply do the math, and I'm going to pull my cheat sheet a little, sorry. But 125,000 minus 24,000 should be 101,000. 101,000 minus 25,000 should be 76,000. 76 minus 23,000 is 53,000. 53. That's all this is a subtraction column. That's all you're doing here. 53,000 minus $18,000 should get you down to 35. And then finally, the last one, 35 minus 10, should again get you down to your residual value number. And again, all you're doing here is adding these together. So this is an add column. So the first one starts out 24,000, 49,000, 72,000, 90,000, and of course back to your depreciation amount. Next one we're going to talk about is double decline. Thanks, guys.